very much for joining us this evening. I personally, I like to actually try to not look into these projects whatsoever before you guys come on. Many reasons to that. A, busy person. B, I want to actually have like a blank slate, like a true investor listening to this AMA. Hopefully does. Hopefully we get a couple people that come across this, or we share it, or we just talk about it and they get interested and they come here and get the same type of information that I hope to gather from this. So, leading off, let's just introduce yourselves and give us kind of like the project overview of what's going on.
My name is Michael. Currently live in Florida. I am the dev of Utilitycro. I forget how old I am. It's been a busy week. Started this project back in March. We did a stealth launch March 23rd on a photon swap. Basically started this project to give back to the everyday holders. Everyone has either heard of or known or seen in person either a rug pull or a dev that doesn't really give a crap about their people or their holders. All they care about is money. All they care about is large market cap. And talking to Dakota before we launched this, we wanted to change the whole viewpoint, the outlook of reflection tokens, the whole crypto market in general. So it's not about making the money. It's more about giving back to, everyday people like myself, like you, so on. So came up with the idea to give out 10% USDC, and so far it's been working out good, and we've been all organic. I think the most we spent on marketing was 800 crow, so about $230. Got to know Bruce, the Photon and DexPad owner. We are official partners with him. We run his marketing as well. But I think I'm talking too much, and I think I over-answered your question. Go ahead, Dakota.
That sounded pretty good, Mike. I think you kind of hit it right on the nail, man. I mean, I had personally been involved in, I don't know how much money lost just because we all gamble. Everyone wants to hit the big off of a new project. But in my findings is I could either never trust them because half of them would be gone within an hour, or I'd be with one for a while and they would just kind of disappear. And is what I was finding across the whole crow market. It was either people just stealing everybody's money or giving up. And I don't know, my whole life philosophy is to just never give up. So when we started talking about starting a project, it sounded right up my alley, is to provide something to people like myself who like to see the work. They want to see the drive. They want to see the involvement. I mean, there's not a day that you can't find us on our Telegram or reach out to us in any type of way. Most of the time, we're probably bugging everybody on our Telegram just because we like talking to people. We like meeting our investors, our holders, finding out where everyone's at. I mean, we have people from all around the world currently, and it's a good feel.
Okay, so if I gather correctly, the kind of like personal motivation behind starting the project and getting it off the ground was that you had looked around the space, you had seen a lot of bad actors, not such great projects, and you thought that, hey, we can do better than that, and we can stick like transparent and true to the community a little bit better than what we've already experienced. So my question is there anything baked into your project that's supposed to say curtail other rug pulls or something like that, or is that just the motivation between you guys actually starting? So then the second part of that question would be, what's like the MVP utility behind Utilitycro?
To answer the first part, it was more to recreate Cronus Chain. Obviously, I mean, like Dakota said, you see all these projects that give up or rug or just it's totally not there. We're almost 4 months old. Been having the same drive from the first day, every single day. We're not tired of it. We love it. We basically want to show people that we're here. We're here for you guys. I mean, yeah, even on the slow days, we try to make some fun or come up with some good events to keep the community going. As for, I guess the reason why or how wanted to change it, besides being docs and KYC, my Leakin profile is online. Whoever uses that, everything's there except for my personal address. Just because I own a reptile company and a rodent company, and I got pretty good investment of ball pythons. I do not want people stealing. But
You live in Florida, correct?
yes, sir.
That makes 120% sense, in my opinion. Florida man.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. It's just factual. But no,
that's factual right there. I like it.
but no, I'm sure it's cool. Okay, so you guys have a swap. Is this your main utility? Is this like the driving revenue source of Utilitycro?
As of right now, yes, we are on Photon Swap. We actually have 5 dexes that we are getting partnered with. We just got whitelisted with Elk Finance. We'll be launching a farm with them.
Okay, that's pretty major. Elk
Right,
Finance.
especially getting whitelisted within the hour. Yes,
That's pretty okay. I like Elk Finance. A lot of traffic goes through Elk.
we got 2 pools on there. One is Ucro Elk. The other is Crow Ucro.
Okay.
We are in talks with Jet at Crystal Finance of getting a vault set up. That should be up and running within 2 weeks. We have a farm also whitelist launching with Crodex next week. Be giving away 250,000 Ucro. We do have a big farm on Photon Swap giving away 125,000.
So your proprietary swap is private liquidity, correct?
Correct. And our liquidity is not held, just by myself or Dakota. It's literally split amongst the holders.
Well, that's good.
Right. So I mean, like anti-rug. I mean, not even I can pull anything out. Not. I mean. But yeah,
besides any of our personal tokens, we have no touching of anything. It's built into our contract because we didn't. We want people to know we don't. There is no option. Whatever we don't put in, we can't ever pull out, and we don't. I think the whole team in general maybe has 30%, and that's maybe highballing it. Okay, the rest of it comes from our farms. We started a bunch of farms to incentivize it for the holders, and it's built a lot of liquidity tokens out there.
And I'm assuming you're running arbitrage throughout your swap chain. No, dummies. Sorry.
Send me a bot. But no, I mean, I wanted to touch on top of that a lot with the liquidity. When we launched the project, not a single coin was given to anyone. We have bought every single one of our tokens. And only Ucro that's been given out is for our event. So like a buy one, get one type deal.
Can I have one?
Well, beat me in poker later tonight and I might.
Okay, so what's this poker thing? What's I've heard y'all talk about it in the chat. I ignored, or sorry, before we go on to the poker thing.
Mhm.
All right, so y'all have got the swap. You're, I'm assuming, making money from what, listing fees or just the trading volume on the swap?
Just the trading volume on the swaps.
Do you guys make any money?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So what's next? Is there another utility in the works?
Yep. We just launched our DApp last week. We have a full NFT Web3 marketplace coming out where we'll be hosting other NFT creators. Ours is going to be a little bit different just for added security, but every creator that launches with us or launches their creation with us, they will be KYC and docs. Just
So lame. I mean, no, that's cool. That's safe.
well,
I'm just joking. So what's I'm assuming that's obviously going to be cross chain.
For the beginning, it'll be Chronos only until we
Ooh, that's
start
gonna
really branching.
that's gonna hurt, right? That's gonna hurt. Only being Chronos NFTs.
no. With our other utilities that are going on, so we have our NFT marketplace coming out, and then after that, we have our PvP poker slash casino, where you'll be able to bet your stable coins, your favorite crypto. You'll be able to, bet those tokens or coins or tokens on games. You'll also be able to play for free. You'll be able to play against live people, also the AI as well. So that's one of our other utilities. And then we're also launching on the Kava network, which we will be backed by Photon Swap. So after we launch there, we'll have a couple farms on there to start generating liquidity. But we also will be having NFT collection on there as well, and we are not going to bridge it because we do not want to affect Cronus pair or Cronus section or the Kava section.
Now you are already bridged somewhere though, right?
We are directly on Cronus Network right now. We'll be doing our pre-sale for Kava here in 2 weeks. The pre-sale will benefit Cronus holders as an incentive. But no, we're not going to be bridged anywhere.
Okay, and you don't plan on it?
No. We'd like to keep everything simple, secure, because one market could fluctuate and cause ruckus inside the other section.
Okay. Now, before I ask this question, y'all should know I personally, and I think most people know this, am extremely bullish on Crow. I'll be completely candid. I think it's a subpar chain currently and it needs lots of improvements, but I love crypto.com and and I love my Crow value. I've been a Crow holder for a long time. So I'm bullish on Crow. Before we go any further, can I ask you guys what makes you guys so bullish on Cronus Network?
It's a new chain. I mean, it's basically a baby network. Like you said, it has room to grow, and it's going to grow. I believe Chris is doing all the right things. Yeah, a lot of people might not like the reduction inside the cardholder rewards or fees, whatnot. But again, he runs a business or a project, just like I run Ucro, and you got to do what's best for the project. And I believe in the long run, here next couple of years, Cronus is going to be one of the top.
Okay. Yeah, no, fantastic answer. Now I do want to circle back around to the NFT marketplace. The only thing that I would say that you might have going for you is that I'm not aware of any like real successful Chronos NFT marketplace to begin with. So maybe you guys can like become that. But genuinely asking, do you guys know of any successful Chronos line of NFTs like sold out 10,000?
Other than Alien Crow getting up there, not off the top of my
Undead they were at 5,000 sold out in, I want to say, less than a day.
That's fantastic. Okay, like
they weren't they weren't super expensive, but still went quickly.
Somebody else chimed in with something. Another example. Was there another one?
Crowbots did pretty good.
Well, God damn it! You talk like you have bubble gum in your mouth, man. I can't understand you. All I heard was crow something did pretty good. I believe you. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. I'm not very like up on NFTs, so I don't know what's currently like hot or not. And for instance, I know that BSC NFTs are a shot in the dark. Like honestly, if you're just gonna get real about it, if you got a BSC line, you're gonna do an NFTs, shot in the dark. I would assume that it's probably the case with like Crow as well, but maybe has a little bit more room to grow. As far as looking at like those alt chains, everybody, if they are going to look at anything outside of like, ETH, they're usually talking about Solana, maybe Poly if they're real lame. But like, yeah, so I hope that it does work out and maybe there's a lot of growth in that space. And since you might be early adopters and maybe can make a really good name for yourself, really establish something there. And if you're passionate about Crow, then you should be passionate about the NFT marketplace. You should stick to your guns and don't listen to me because I'm a fool. But you know what I mean?
Like well, we are almost 4 months old, so I mean that should tell you something about us listening and sticking to our guns.
Yeah.
But our NFTs are going to be. I mean, everyone uses this word, but epic. I mean, we're not. It's not going to be the normal GIS NFTs. So it's going to be, basically one of a kind. None of this dog or cat or crow shit.
I fucking love cats. Get over yourself. Cats are amazing.
Cat NFTs I'd send you right now just to get them out of my wallet.
I actually have a dusted kitty cat as well. But yeah. Anyways, okay. So,
but yeah, I mean, as for NFT marketplace, regardless of whatever fee you want to come up with, we're going to be the lowest across all tofu, SBay, whatever. We're going to be the lowest fees on that. And then same thing with our poker casino server and whatnot. The next utility to come out after the poker would be our DEX. MMF is currently at 0.3, I believe. We're going to be right about 2.5, 2.8 for that. And again, just because I love KYC and docs, our projects that launch with us will be that as well. Since we are partnering up with DexPad, we will be using them for pre-sales as well.
I absolutely love Rowdy's PFP. The fucking Doge with like either rainbow or thermal background. It's sick as fuck. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, no, that all sounds good. When so you've been launched for 4 months now. What's your holder count at?
We are at, I believe, 134. I believe
134.
I believe so.
So plenty of room to grow. What's your market capitalization looking like?
Photon, we're 210,000. Well, liquidity is 41. Corona, we just started that, but we're right about 3,000 liquidity for that. And then a little bit lower on Crodex and Elk as I just started that liquidity.
Yeah.
Sorry, 136 holders.
Okay. All right. So plenty of room to grow. What's in the plans for marketing? Do you guys have a marketing budget? Are you just working off like what
We have
volume revenue?
we have been all organic. The most that we spent was a pin post to Cronus Germany page, which are very good friends right now. But I think we spent 800 crow or $230 at that time. But everything else has been organic, word of mouth, working with Bruce, Photon Swap, a couple of collabs with Alien Crow, Sleazy Weasel. Um, but as for marketing here in the future, like say next month, whatnot, we do have an AMA coming up with Kronos News. Um, but everything else, from Telegram, whatnot, nothing on there because we all know it's just all scams for that.
Okay. So free advice. This is a free advice time. So
Yeah.
the moment that you guys came into the space, y'all talked about why you wanted to start this project was because you noticed a lot of scams were happening like within the Chronos chain all at that time. Those scams came from BSC. They came from our space. So what happened was like things kind of started to get like a real repetitive here, and people were like, all right, the only things that are working here are like these high APY fuck things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start launching the same degen plays that we did like last year over on Crow, and we're gonna watch this shit take off. Well, it worked. It worked like rinse and repeat again and again. At least for like a real degen level, and that worked out. My point is that like regardless of what you think, that's your audience. Like that's the audience that you need to be chasing after. So if I was going to do like some like advertising points for you guys, I would say hop all over like crypto moonshots, hop all over Reddit, hop all over 4chan, play like the degen card across the board and get your name everywhere on like a real degen level as a real project within that space, because like that's who's playing that market at your level right now where you are, factually speaking.
Right. Yeah, we've playing around with a bunch of those pages and sites, and then Reddit. I love it when the kids that live in the mom's basement come out to play. But we've gained, I think, maybe 20 buyers from Reddit past couple weeks. It's slow, but it's good still.
It works. What you do is you got to find the right people that know how to engage in those spaces and in those areas. Find somebody that grew up on 4chan that knows how to play like that meme degen level. This man, like Billy over here, if you sent him wild on the loose and got him shilling in all the right areas, he would draw up some action. Like you just have to know how to play the game in the right areas. There's no reason why you guys should only be at 130 holders. You could like absolutely organically by just like the two of you should be able to drum up like 2 3 400 holders. um I might open a fucking class for it. Billy, let's open a class
Yeah.
for it.
I'm actually gonna get back on that. It's been ages since I've done Reddit posts. All right, I've got questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
take it over, bud.
All right. So since we're on your holders,
Hmm.
all right. So explain to me what are your top two wallets? I know one of them is your marketing wallet, which is holding 10% of supply, but the first one is holding 16%. And it's
That
staking as well.
no,
Yeah.
that is our farm.
Your top wallet.
Yes, that is our farm. The 0x4F.
Yep. So you stake in your own tokens to then claim USDC.
No, for the farm they earn Ucro. And then that would be what should we call it? They earn Ucro, but the farm Bruce gets the USDC, I believe. That makes sense. Give me 1 second.
All right. This is a small room, but quick tip.
Yeah.
The 5 top wallets, know those off the top of your head where the fuck they go and what they are.
Right. No, I got that. The top one is the farm. Second one is the marketing. The 0x3 is the Crow Ucro pair. The 0x4 is our single stake. Utilitycro deployer is a deployer wallet. 0x619, that is our alt LP. And then we have the dead wallet for our burn wallet, which we burn close to 2 mil. We have another 4 mil to go.
Oh yeah, what's your supply?
50 million total supply, 48 million circulated.
Nice.
0x2D is our Corona. 0xC22, that is dividend exempt. 0x1D is another farm.
You smoke reefer in Florida?
I don't. I wish. No, I hold a CDL, so I cannot smoke.
Oh God, life sucks. I'm sorry.
I know.
That sucks. So, are you a truck driver?
I hold it. I've trucked for a couple years. Had my own business, own truck.
But now you breed exotic animals.
Right. Yeah. So I started out with one ball python 2 years ago. Now I lost count. I think I'm about 400 or 500 ball pythons.
Do you know the Tiger King?
He's innocent. And then about 20,000 rodents here. So.
All right, Billy. I know that wasn't your only question. What's your next question, bud?
Okay, so the first wallet though, it's not a contract. So you say it's a farm, but what's it doing though? Because it's not moving any tokens out. It's claiming USDC and it's having internal transactions on Photon Swap, but that's with Crow, not with no correction. It was your utility token.
Right. Yeah. That is for one of our farms. We had Ucro Crow earn 50,000 before we started our big farm. This will be a wallet that Bruce, the Photon Swap owner, controls. So it'll be like a little incentive for him.
Right. So it's someone controls a wallet because it's not a contracted wallet. It's not a contract. It's an open wallet. All right. So someone holds 16% supply, and you want to hope that they don't dump it on you. And then the marketing wallet. So
I actually have a secondary question like that. So, like from a technical standpoint, thank you for pulling that up, Billy. I wasn't even gonna see. Billy's so good at due diligence. So, like from a technical standpoint, there's no reason for that. Like, why would that be in like if, for instance, even if all you were gonna do was hold it for holding reasons, throw it in a contract that's literally just a holding contract that allows you to deposit and withdraw, tokens. That's like simple, like 2 lines of script. Write that up real quick. Not 20 lines of script, but write that up real quick. And like that would just be the smarter from an optical perspective way to do it, and then make a contract call from the farm to call on that wallet. Because I'm assuming that that's what the explanation is. If I'm correct here, is that like it's a wallet that somebody's holding that's in control of the farm that's feeding the farm.
Correct, which would be Bruce.
Okay. The problem is there's no actual Utilitycro tokens going in and out of it. So if it was feeding the farm, it would have to be transferring as well. But this is my second question now with your marketing wallet. So it's transferring tokens. And then there's tokens going to what seems to be rewards, some sort of reward contract. but it's going to multiple addresses. But then you have some wallets, and it's your marketing wallet. It's obviously going to sell.
Right. So so our marketing wallet is also our event wallet. So for our events, we do our buybacks. So we'll buy the Ucro to give out to events when we have them. So yes, Ucro does go into that wallet from being bought. It does get rewards. The rewards go out to different wallets, maybe like Auto LP to add liquidity to Corona or Elk or whatnot. And then it also goes out for our events when we give out either Photon for rewards or Ucro for rewards. And then we also send out NFTs from that wallet as well.
Yeah, and that's all right. Like I said, there's some there that go to liquidity. There's some there that go to those claim rewards, or what's it called? It's got something. I'm trying to pull it up. I'm not this one. But there's a few. The thing is too with just transparency. If you're gonna sell your crow for marketing, like if you're moving it to another wallet just to sell it, and it's honestly not a lot of money that you guys are doing or selling or whoever's selling it, but that just looks dodgy. Do you get what I mean? So if you're moving from your marketing wallet to an empty wallet and then selling it,
Oh, we haven't
just
sold
looks
any
shady.
tokens.
Oh, there's a couple there that you've moved some stuff. Only small amounts, like $50 worth or whatever. And
Well,
it's sold.
yeah. We have moved it to different wallets like Auto LP or a wallet that controls like Krona or Crodex. Might go send Ucro to Bruce or Krona or Crodex or Elk, whatnot. But our wallets haven't sold any. Minus
Well, I
the
can tell you. Hang on, I'm sorry to cut you off. I can tell you for a fact there's one wallet that sold one day 4 hours ago. Like I said, it's a small amount.
Oh, no. What I was trying to say is that, like, when I launched our pairs on Elk or Corona or Crodex, I will test it to see how it plays out because when I do set the liquidity, I want to make sure that the amount is correct because I might have to take off my sandals to do the math correctly.
Okay, cool. So that's all like completely fine and dandy. And I think Billy would agree that like he's like all that makes complete sense. And maybe the way to do stuff like that is typically you have a deployer or a technical wallet, like a dev wallet that does all your dev transactions separate of all that other kind of stuff. And then you
Right.
have like just those individual dedicated wallets for those movements. That is neither here nor there for like me personally, but it does get convoluted and leave room for interpretation. And once you have room for interpretation, then that's where you get like, those conspiracy theories and wild stuff on like, hey, what could be happening here? But it sounds like you guys, no matter what, have so much going on with like where you're moving liquidity and token allocations because you have so much, different swap partners and so on and so forth. You probably do need to clean up some of your technical aspect of how everything's functioning within your protocol. Um, Billy, did you have any other questions?
No, you just pretty much summed it up. So that's, again, if you're moving stuff for what you're moving stuff for, which is clear as day, but then if there's some wallets where you're moving stuff and they're selling like a minute after they get the transfer, like, you know what I mean? Like Chris said, it just opens up speculation. And there's no need to do stuff like that anyway. If you're testing liquidity and stuff and whatever, you test it from that wallet. Do you know what I mean? So if you send it to a wallet and then say, well, we're sending it to another wallet to test it, then the argument can be, well, why not test it from the marketing wallet? Like
Correct.
there's no need to send it back and forth. Um, so that's my question there. But yeah, the other thing too, like Chris was saying, these larger wallets you got to keep an eye on. If you know who the top guy is, then hopefully you know where he lives, so you can go bash his head in if he dumps on you.
Oh no. I have Bruce's phone number and address, and
Go feed him to one of your
I'm fine with
crocodiles.
that.
Yeah, go feed him to one of your fucking
Okay,
crocodiles.
so So Bruce is a person?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Bruce is the owner of Photon Swap and DexPad.
Okay, so I thought Bruce was maybe like a name of like a fucking like project or a
Nope.
swap all within itself. So Bruce is a person.
Yes.
Okay, so this guy holds 16% of your supply.
Yes. It's an incentive. We have the project that is launching on Kava, which I said is going to be backed by Photon. So, like I said, we'll be launching that here in about 2 weeks. We do have another project that we're working on. Details will be coming out for that here.
All right, 1 second. So like plain English, real quick. Why does Bruce hold 16% of your supply? Just like without telling me names of other things, just be like, oh, he's holding them for the
Incentive
swap.
security.
He's head of security?
No, incentive and security.
Oh, incentive and security. Okay. So he's holding 16% of your supply in order to do business with you.
Correct.
Okay, not a problem. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I guess that is what it is. Why can we put it in a locked wallet?
Yes, we can. We can get it locked in DexPad.
I think that would make sense for all parties involved, including Bruce. So then Bruce doesn't come under any weird speculation. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess. Come under any weird speculation from like just outside community, like your community members or guys like me, who's like, "Hey, Bruce, why are you holding 16% of somebody's supply, man?" You know?
Well, it's not that bad because talking to Crown, they won $12,000 worth of tokens, which I think is a little high, but
Yeah, but that's like 1% of my supply, or something like that. But like, you know what I mean? Like
$12,000 would be 1.4 mil in Utilitycro.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. Like, that just seems so strange.
Right.
But like,
Yeah, no, I agree with the locker for that wallet.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I hate whenever I get stuck on things like that. Billy's the worst. Anyways,
Yeah, but it's a fucking red flag. Not gonna lie, like it's fucking dangerous, bro. Like that motherfucker's gonna come and dump like as soon as it fucking becomes $1 million bag, like, and we're gonna get fucked if we invest. That's how it's gonna go.
No, we will get a lock on it.
Yeah, because like for instance, like and Billy is like he's old school like me. Like I've been through this. I've been through this with friends, with buddies, with pals, where you're in projects together. And if like for instance, I hold a giant bag of Bitburn. I'm telling you all right now, if it moves, if my bag is worth like $5 million, I am dumping on you. Okay, everybody know that right now. I bought it at launch, and if it moons, I will dump on all of you. So, like, that's factually speaking what happens whenever figures go from like, hey, I've got $10,000 worth to, hey, now I've got like $20 million worth. Like, yeah, I'm gonna realize a couple $1,000,000. And whenever they realize a couple million in paper money, it drains all the liquidity. Now, I'm not saying that this Bruce McGruce is going to do that. He sounds like a very good guy, Gotham's finest. That being said, let's move on from Batman and talk about something else. So, let's go over what's the next thing on the horizon for Utilitycro.
Next utility coming out would be the NFT marketplace.
Okay.
And then
NFT marketplace. I'm a nitty gritty. This marketplace, am I going to be able to establish my own NFT line on your marketplace?
Yes.
Okay. Am I going to be able to mint one of one editions?
Yes.
Okay. Am I going to be able to sell
Yes.
any Chronos NFT on your marketplace?
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. Is it anonymous for the end user? If I want to be able to sell NFTs, do I have to KYC?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, y'all douchebags. Oh,
No.
I'm sorry. I'm joking. Okay, so you're a very secure, forward-facing company. You want as much security as possible.
Yes.
Is what you're going for. Okay. Um.
It's your wallet, your profit. We want to secure it.
Okay. Um. So it's only KYC through you. You're going to hold a central ledger. They can still stay anonymous for the public.
Yes.
Okay. Who is your competitor?
Per NFT?
Yeah. Like for the NFT marketplace within your space, who is like the one that you hope to overtake?
Tofu market.
Tofu?
Yeah, I would say tofu. Yeah, I would say tofu. I mean they've been picking up ground. Kronos Bay is just kind of getting off. They do a lot of free mints, so it's kind of not really a project I wanted to look at as a, you always try to not piggyback, but you want to gain ideas from everyone else to try to improve on a singular product. And
okay, so that was my next question. What are you gonna do to improve or be better at than whoever the fuck you were just talking about?
Well, there's a lot of clutter on Tofu. For one, they are a cross chain, so there's NFTs from everywhere, which is cool. Like, don't get me wrong, it's very nice to be able to shop different markets. But being a Kronos, Utilitycro in the name Crow, so being cross chain there wasn't a big idea of ours. Same thing with the market. We want to focus on these new NFT projects that are coming out on Crow. Because they are, going to be potential for big growth. People can get in at a very low price, very low gas price. One of my favorite things about Crow. Trading on any of these markets is pennies compared to everyone else.
Do you have any mint partners ready for launch?
Yes.
How many?
4.
Okay. Awesome. The range and price per mint for those mint partners, do you know?
For the no, not off the top of my head.
Okay, no problem. That's a fair answer. I'm assuming they're not actually your projects, so it's just other people that are going to be bringing their series to your marketplace. That's
Right.
completely understandable. You wouldn't know what they're charging for their NFTs. Okay. Does anybody have any questions at this point from the audience? All right. Well, after NFTs, do you have something else that you plan on going for? I know you said decks, but
Yeah,
like,
we have our dedicated poker / casino, where you'll be playing actual Texas Hold'em.
I thought that was live now. I thought you guys had.
Well, we run off of a app right now. We give away USDC, Crow, Photon, Ucrow, NFTs. But we're actually making our own platform to where you can go connect your wallet, almost like you connect your wallet to our DApp. You'll be able to jump in on live games, bet stable coins, bet Ucrow, Crow, Photon, other crypto coins, other stable coins. You'll be able to win NFTs. We'll be holding weekly events to win, USDC prizes, expensive NFT, Ucrow.
I'll be candid about this because we have another group or we have like another 2 or 3 projects that like hang around us that have similar features like this. So in my opinion, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, this should be looked at as a personal community engagement aspect of the project. Without a doubt, I don't see any project that's coming out now that's launching a online casino or poker anything to be like nearly within the realm of possibly being successful in the crypto space, based on that fact, because of look at the giants that already exist that you would never be able to compete with, but where they already do billions and billions of dollars in revenue.
Well, would be, but I do have a very good friend that is the head of the marketing for the Tampa Hard Rock Casino. So I am in talks with her in regards to slight sponsorship for when we do launch our poker.
Now that would be cool, but I'm assuming that sponsorship's going to have to cost something.
Not on our side, thankfully.
Are you trying to tell me that they're going to pay you to do the sponsorship?
Believe it or not, yes.
Sir, I I find it hard to believe, but I'm gonna take your word for it.
Go ahead. Go ahead and DM me so I can have your info. So once I get the contract, then yes, I will gladly show you.
Yes, I will love that. I will DM you. But that's cool, man. That's cool that you guys are going after that. I like, for instance, I do similar weird games with my project and my community. And like, we definitely look at it as something that's like community engagement based. So it's like, it's very beneficial for the project because it keeps people involved and it keeps like a circular economy within the project. And I love it for that. But I'm also like fairly aware that I'm not going to be able to compete against, like, I can't even think of the names of them, but like, you're talking about like the Ludwigs of the world out there playing to millions of people on Twitch and YouTube live anytime they want to within like on these online crypto casino apps. Like, like it's just one of those crazy hot fire things that like I highly doubt now that any of us on our level would be able to compete against that at a serious level. I mean, to be like a utility driven part of your actual economy. That's all
we have nothing but the sky in front of us. We have the strive, we have the heart and soul for it. Like I said earlier in this AMA, is that our activity, our action pushing forward has been the same from day one to what it is right now, 3 months, 27 days later.
Hey, and it takes you like that takes you miles, and you never know. You might just get like that right partnership with, or branding awareness that is able to take that section of your economy into like the next level. I would hope that like realistically, where you're able to draw some strong awareness and revenue would maybe be the growth of the NFT market within Kronos Network. I'm not sure like how. I need to do a little bit of research to see how well their NFT markets have already been adopted and have taken off. But I'm assuming there's probably a lot of room for growth there, and maybe you guys could be a significant part of that adoption.
I agree. And we
plenty of room for a few more for sure, and then the competition starts.
Yeah. I mean, there's still not like at least in my opinion, there's still not like a true dedicated DEX competitor within Kronos either. Like there's quite a few options for DEX trading, but there's not like a solid, good, uniform one that everybody's like just certain, like, hey, we're going to launch and we're going to launch here on this guaranteed every single time. So I think that there's obviously that room too. I don't know who's going to grab that spot. I'm not like as sorry, what was it?
Utilitycro.
Utilitycro will. Yes, absolutely. Utilitycro is going to. I'm not currently like vested on all the competitors within that space. I know there are quite a few, but I don't follow any of them close enough to know like who's really like the contenders there. Billy probably knows.
I've only just started looking at Crow, to be honest. Um, I think with what Chris was saying too, though, just to add to it, is if you just focus on a certain thing too, like if you're doing Crow, then just focus on Crow. Um, yeah, I don't know the NFT thing. Like everyone's doing it, but I mean, people are just selling JPEGs, so it's like whether or not you're going to get good volume and good money out of it. Like everyone's on OpenSeas anyway. I think your poker thing is pretty cool. Um, I mean, if you can just get the right gambling crowd, right,
Oh yeah,
and then people with money as well,
that's
is what
that's
you need. Yeah, if you can get a bunch of people that are loaded and love poker, and they only play your poker, then that's probably gonna, obviously be, I think, the good start, if anything. And then you just use your revenue, obviously, to put back in your token, because it's guaranteed too, like a lot of those people won't buy your token, and that'll just be facts. But if they play your poker, actually, with your poker game, you have to use your token, right?
you can use a token. You can use a stable. You can use Crow. Uh, so it's not just going to be set per se. I mean, yes, it's going to be mostly Ucro, but you will have other options for other betting.
So if people use Crow or USDC or whatever, are you taking revenue out of that?
Yes, it'll be a low fee. Like I said, we're here to change and put good perspective and viewpoint for people, for holders, for future holders. And I mean, we all love poker anyway. So, if we can do it on a very low base fee and still have fun and still let people make, money, and we're all for it.
Yeah, and that's what's going to be most valuable is your community, like Chris was saying earlier as well. If you can get a bunch of people just coming in to play poker to start with, and then you get like hundreds of people hanging out all the time, and then eventually get them into your token, and then you've just got all these people that are hanging around like all the time. They might be there to play poker, but then they'll eventually be there to like shill your token.
Yeah.
Mom shills your token. So Rowdy seems to have like tagged in the main chat what I believe is probably the correct answer. is from what it seems like that the largest wallet is there to collect Ucro. And that's why you don't see any movement on it. That's why it doesn't like get transactions in and out of it. It just collects the Ucro or whatever.
Did we just cover that before though? Bruce guy owns it. We covered that before.
Yeah, Bruce owns it, and he's just collecting the Ucro apparently. Just lock it and let him harvest the rewards.
Right. And we will make a lock on DexPad for that.
Awesome. All right, guys. Does anybody from the crowd have any questions?
Yep.
God damn, that was a strong yep. What can we get? What kind of question you got, man? Oh, it's Mad Hatter. What's up, brother?
What's up, dude? Too many AMAs today.
Too many.
Okay, so I was part of that whole poker fallout in the States. Cheating behind the scenes. Now there's Bovada going export. Bank of Canada to get money back in, such and such for local casinos. Mention, some at Hard Rock. So, couple questions. First one on the Hard Rock. Are you then going to be doing the front end user interface for that casino that's like the freebies that they do on their own internal apps? Or what's the whole idea behind that?
No. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'll go one at a time. Go for that one, man.
Okay. No, we will be creating our own. We do not like to use third-party platforms. Again, for security and financial stability. So, do not want to use a third party app and say, in 3 years it's 70 million worth. I don't want the possibility of someone rugging or taking advantage of it. So it's going to be built specifically for our needs and wants.
Sorry, it wasn't a bad thing. It was just an open-ended question. I mean, you get in like with what's called Winklehoff twins or whatever. They're over in Las Vegas and they own whatever buildings and casinos, and they happen to be in crypto at the same time. It's a win-win. Okay, second part then. How are you doing on the controls for the poker as far as the randoms that are going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, can you rephrase that?
Who are you using? Are you building your own as far as the poker playabilities and draws of cards, algorithm-wise or whatever it may be?
We'll be using our partner, Kai Shield. As Kai Shield Audit, the company that did our audit. We are, again, KYC both ways for them. And then be helping with the coding and platform setup and design and the algorithm and whatnot for it. So it's I guess all custom. If that answers.
I think that is your answer. I'm not sure if that's maybe even like the appropriate one. Matt Hatter can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think there's existing like public standard regulatory like the algorithms for like there's like some type of group that already like offers that. Am I correct in that?
Yes, but that leads into the second part of that question. And we're in crypto and it's all hell gray area right now. So if you're not using any fiat, who the hell is going to govern you? However, if you're using your own token that's being purchased and swapping that out, and that's like back in the days in Texas where they had gambling in the back room of a laundry room.
We still have little ways to figure out all the specific details and regulatory and the back end, front end, where we can get it, 100% legit, 100% secure, to where we're not going to have any issues or doubts or concerns with our platform.
Well, to be clear, like right now, I think we can all agree that you could do whatever you wanted to. Like today, like you could do close to whatever you wanted to if you're not dealing with fiat. As long as you kept fiat out of it, you can like literally run wild. But in order for like it to be like adoptable by like playable people, like there's people that play online that look for certain seals and stuff. And like for instance, I'm sorry, I'm not at all a fucking gambler other than in this Dejan swamp of crypto. But I don't play any like casino games or anything like that. Never have. But I do know from hearing people talk specifically about projects that like once you get into like that developmental gameplay part, there's like some type of weird fucking gambling seal that people look for that says like, hey, we know that this fits like house standard
right
rules.
Seal, yeah, almost like the bad example website seal, whatnot. Just looked into it. They want about 20,000 for a seal, and then they do a background check and go through your specifications, what you're trying to do with it.
Yeah, so like I know a way that a lot of people work around that is they pull the APIs from like available software and like they just plug in like the game mechanics from existing software firms.
Like back in the day, using the Microsoft keyword to get a free month service. Yeah.
Sure, but what? I don't know. Does anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you said there's going to be fees. Is that going to be like fees of enter and fees of exit, or is there going to be like a rate per hand specifically?
No, it's just going to be enter and exit. That'll be too much money or too much intake money if we did it per hand. And plus, I wouldn't like it if I was a player either. I'd be like, screw that. So like you enter the room, you pay like $1 or sorry, 1.3 crow to enter our server, and then you have the open floor to play whatever you want to play, bet whatever you want to bet. And then when you exit the room again, I mean, it's almost like minting a NFT or making a transaction. You got to prove for like a farm or a stake, you got to prove it first. So that'll be your enter. And then, you pay the processing fee to get in. And then also to get out. But our fees are going to be low on that, as we want majority of people or a lot of people to be like, oh, it's cheap to come in and play, and I can make a couple $100 playing the game that I love to play, and then it's still going to cost me the same amount, cheaply to get back out. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. I personally am gonna have to go take care of some stuff. If anybody wants to continue this, you're more than welcome to, but I am not going to be able to no longer. My son needs me to get him all set up. So I've had a fantastic time so far. Billy, do you want to continue this, Billy?
Oh, only if other people got questions, because I know there's a few blokes.
Awesome.
They were asking in chat the other day. Are they here? Do they want to ask? Like, Mr. Who's here? I don't know if he can talk. Nobody. If no one's got any more questions, we can just wrap it up.
All right. Well, I will be in your chat if any more questions come up and whatnot. I'll be more than happy to answer them.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's easy. I think someone was recording. I don't know. I wasn't. But if someone's recording it, then it's up to you guys if you want to use it for put it on YouTube or something, and use it for promotions or whatever.
Okay.
It's always good to do that sort of stuff.
That works for me. I appreciate it very much, guys. This has been pretty damn good.
Yeah, thank you for hosting us. This was fun. A lot of good info.
It's all good, mate. It's mainly Chris. And then, we don't even run the server. It's bloody Mr. Who and Hardworker, and they're hiding. I just switched my phone too. Sorry if the audio shit. All right, we get bloody roped into hosting these things.
All right.